Yeah, it's gonna be a little 1,500 freaking miles. It's a little too much for this guy, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, guys. We have a pretty good program this year. It's taken so much to be able to get to this point here, and we're so freaking close. So, I'm not saying we're gonna be able to come out here and kick butt, but we should be able to come out and represent well, and that's all we can do, right, guys? You can't. We're a pretty tight budget operation, okay, and we can't expect to swing with these higher budget teams. You just can't physically do it, right? Until we get into a position where we get a sponsorship or something like that, or we get into a gig where we're making pretty decent money. We just got to be able to do the best we can with what we got, and hopefully get to the point where our goal, or my goal, is to not let anyone do better with less. Okay, that's my own personal goals, I guess you could say, right? You can't necessarily take a knife to a gunfight, right? But at the same time, you want to be able to have your sharpest knife in the drawer, and that's the goal here. So let's see how Texas plays out here. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hustle and Horsepower YouTube channel, where the talkers talk and the doers do. Guys, we are trying our butt off to get Straight Gangster ready to head out to Small Tire Gangsters out at Yellow Belly, Texas. The week after that, April 18th and 19th, or whatever this poster says down here, we will be at Lake Cumberland Dragway in Kentucky. As long as everything goes smooth, make sure you stop by the trailer, get some merchandise, stop by, say hi. We appreciate y'all that keep this journey going. The crap we do to go racing. There it is, guys. 520 miles, 8 hours of driving. Should be at 5:30 in the morning, just when Jeremy is headed off to work. So, time to go repair these heads. Well, guys, it is Wednesday night. And then they say, I'm not going to be here till Friday afternoon. So, there's that predicament. Machine shops called multiple of them, multiple Facebook posts, multiple shout outs to try to find someone, phone calls to see if someone could go through and fix the heads, pay someone to put the time shirts in the heads. No go. Granger doesn't have the stuff in stock to do it. Next thing you know, it's going to be the weekend, and that's not going to happen, right? So we don't completely get screwed on this deal, I guess you could say. Jeremy, I called him up and I was like, hey, can you see if McMaster Car up in Ohio, you could get them? He said, yeah, I'll have them tomorrow morning. So I called him up this afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, and he said he'll have them Thursday morning. So what am I doing? I'm driving 8 hours up to Ohio to go do that. Is that the only option? No, that wasn't the only option. I did have a couple options that were less than 8 hours away in one direction, I guess you could say. But I have a friend's set of cylinder heads up at Jeremy's place as well. So the plan is to grab that spare set of cylinder heads, since Maddie tried to go up to Canada to drop off my identical set of the heads that are on the car, the Trick Flow 365s that we hurt racing last weekend. And yeah, they wouldn't let her across the border. So until we can get those fixed, if I'm feeling up to it, I might drive all the way up to New York and grab those heads, because like I prefer to have those heads because they are a direct replacement to the ones I have on the car right now. But yeah, I don't know. As of right now, I think the plan is to go up to Jeremy's, fix these heads, grab the other spare set of heads, turn around, come back, slap the car back together. But that might change on this 8 hours of lonesome driving up to Ohio. Welcome to New York. Give us your dang money. You can drive all the way to Colorado and not have to pay a toll. Come into New York, run over potholes, well, you better pay your dang toll. Well, guys, we are a little over 700 miles into this trip. Right, Sexy Rexy? A little over 700 miles, essentially straight. Fuel stops. Too many bathroom breaks. But we're out here at Uncle Joe's Diner in Hamburg, New York, waiting for MVP and Lady Gangster to show up. Guys, we stopped at this little diner here just before MVP was born. Literally We stopped here on the way to the hospital to go have MVP, and we met this waitress here, and hopefully that lady is working because she was an absolute doll. She was a wonderful, wonderful lady. So we're hoping that we can bring MVP back and introduce her to her. So hopefully she's working today. Yes, MVP is 16 months old, and we haven't been back here since she was born. So yeah, it would be an awesome experience if we could show this wonderful lady our little prized possession, little MVP. So we're gonna see how this all plays out, and then it's time to turn around, stop in Ohio, stop at Summit Racing probably. I still got like another half hour north and a half hour south. No, half hour north, 3.5 hours south. Stop at Summit Racing, pick up some parts to finish everything off, and then stop at Jeremy's and put the time certs in, and then yeah, make it down to Tennessee. Yeah, it's gonna be a little 1,500 freaking miles. It's a little too much for this guy, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I was just going in there because I have to go to the bathroom, but a little goofball's showing up. Little goofball's showing up. Woo! She back there. She back there. She back there. That's the old goofball over there. I'm looking for that little goofball. Hey, goofballs! How's it going?
Who's that? Dada!
I love you, goofballs.
Dada!
I get you. I could get you. Yeah? Stretch! You ready for some breakfast?
Yeah, we're starving.
Daddy just drove 725 miles to come have breakfast with you. Bunk. Give me a bunk. Bunk. Can I get another one? Bunk. You want to get out? Yeah. Show me how strong you are. Yeah, I get you. I get you. I get you. You like these springy seats, don't you? You want some more?
She wasn't sure about your first sip.
We got a whole bunch of them.
Don't teach her that. Are you gonna color? Yeah, color. What color you want to use?
All of them.
Yeah.
No, don't eat them. Sexy Rexy, time for leftovers. What do you think? Go get brother. Go get brother. Go get him. 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 Go get him.
Good boy. Yeah.
Rex, eat your eggs. Whoa.
Good boy. Eat your eggs.
Rexy, eat your eggs.
Eat your eggs, Rex.
Eat your eggs.
Come here, Miley.
Rex, I know you like eggs. Eat your eggs. They're scrambled. They're your favorite way. You gonna eat Rex's eggs? You gonna come visit Daddy? Oh, you gonna go splashing in the puddle? Or are you making laps? What are you doing, goofballs? Big hug. Hey, big hug. Goofball, come back. Goofball, come back. I'll get you. So guys, luckily my mom got me external battery pack for my phone, but would you believe this stuff? So it was raining out real bad, as you guys know, and yeah, I had no cigarette lighter here. Can you believe they put the freaking fuse underneath this panel. And of all things, they use a Torx instead of just like a thumb screw or something like that you could turn by a knob. No, it's a Torx. So now we need to go up here and pull out the wrong fuse, replace it. Well, guys, we all get lucky sometimes. Boom, right there. Number 11. So, toss a new one in, and bam, we're in business. We got a charger port again. Well, guys, we got heads, we got some spare valves, we got some other little miscellaneous goodies. The next stop is Summit Racing in Ohio. And pick up some more parts to slap this sucker back together. Well, guys, we got all of our parts. So, stopped at Summit. It's been a long freaking day. It's been since like 9 o'clock yesterday morning, and it is like, I don't know, it's gotta be 4 or 5 o'clock by now. But we got, I keep it head gaskets and intake gaskets and all that stuff in the trailer. But we're gonna be reusing the head gaskets, so we don't need another set of those. But we do need a set of intake gaskets. So we got a set of intake gaskets. The one rocker arm was a little bit dinged up, so I grabbed another rocker arm. I did Speedmaster Pro Comp / Speedmaster, had a set of 16 of them for $200, and I checked them out. I did. I won't lie. I did check them out, and they were rough. So I went with the Crower Enduro lifter or rocker. The wheels on those and the quality of those are just head and shoulders better, like night and day difference. And then what else? We got everything else. So now it's time to head to Jeremy's and go get these heads fixed up. Take a nap for a few hours, then finish up the 700 something mile ride down there sometime tonight. So guys, here we are. The heads are all done. This is the time cert. This right here, that is red Loctite on there, and it has this little screw-in deal here. This little tool right here locks it into place and you screw them in. So this is 7/16 14 interior thread, and the exterior thread is 9/16 18. So we drilled all these to 9/16, or sorry, half inch, and tapped them to 9/16, and tossed all these suckers in, and we did all the intakes. The reason for that is you could see how little of material is in these intake ports here. Now the middle ones have a little bit more material, but these external ones here at the bend, about half of the thread is kind of exposed, and with it being just regular aluminum, not a good idea. So they are all now steel threads on the intakes. Now we come over here and I'll show you the difference between an intake and exhaust rocker stud. Okay, that is an intake and that is the exhaust. So you could look here and tell the difference of the threading engagement on the exhaust. The exhaust is blind. Of course, the exhaust is right here and they're on a stand. So you have that much thread engagement and then the material that goes into below this surface, I guess you could say. But on the intakes, they go into the intake runner, and if they were too long, well then it impedes the air and fuel coming into the combustion chamber. So that's a quick lowdown for you guys. This deal is wrapped up. We gotta let these sit for 24 hours, but that's okay. I'm in Ohio right now, and it's time for me to go maybe snack on a little bit of food and maybe get a little bit of a nap. Guys, I've been traveling and stuff like that. I first rode south side of New York back in like 2013. Drag Week was my first big trip outside of New York, and Jeremy here in Ohio is one of the, by far, hands down, one of the absolute best people I've met doing this stuff. So swung by here, used his shop to knock out the heads. Now, of course, it's Ohio, it is springtime. I don't even know if it's springtime, it's still like freaking winter time. And it is absolutely nasty out. We're running a little bit behind, me and Sexy Rexy. We're running a bit behind, but we did stop at Summit Racing last night. Yesterday was at least a 36-hour day, not like 4 hours. And yeah, so it is time to start headed back down towards Tennessee. We're gonna stop in Kentucky, where we are picking up a set of front runners, doing a little bit of trading, and then I think I'm gonna pick up a fuel injector test machine, brand new in the box. The guy just never used it, and it's only like last year's model or something like that. Last year's model. So it's not a really high-end injector machine, but guys, it is plenty good to test my own stuff, and it costs $320 or so to pay someone else to go through my injectors. And to be honest with you guys, we don't have the highest end injectors in the car. We just run a factory style Bosch 210 injector, and yeah, they need serviced. You gotta pay attention to them, make sure they're not gonna fail you and cost you big.
3/4 of a
So
mile,
guys,
turn right onto Norwalk Road.
So guys, like I said, the injectors that we run they work. They do work. They are good to about 2,000 horsepower, 2,200 horsepower as far as the pounds per hour that they flow at the base pressure that we run it at. So right now, guys, it is 2.5 hours. Maybe it's only 2.5 hours to the first stop, and then
at the stop sign,
oh no, that's the
turn
time.
right onto Norwalk Road.
It is 5 hours to the next stop, and then it is a total of about an 8-hour trip to get down back to Street Gangster to put it back together.
1 mile at the roundabout.
Well, guys, on the way back, I was able to score a couple marketplace items. Found this set of tires to replace the ones that are starting to crack, and picked up this fuel injector machine for $250, and thank goodness I did, because we had some problems. It is now Tuesday morning as I'm finishing this video up, and as of 5:30 a.m., the trailer is fixed. Straight Gangster is back together and ready to go on the front side. Guys, Yellow Belly is a big trip. We are not 100% sure we are leaving in the next 24 hours, but that is the goal. If we are able to make the trip, we will make a Facebook and a YouTube post to let you all know we are on our way.